let's get all that nonsense out of there. Alright, we're on the site. We have our name punched in. Haven't shared it on Twitter or Facebook, but we'll see if it's good enough to warrant that. I've seen as I mentioned previously, I've seen games like this before. A lot of them in different forms being advertised in different places. The one comes along and then you see an army of imitators. But hey, at least it's a sign of success, right? So let's see what we got. Don't run into other players, it warned me. At least there are still people playing it, right? Bite people's tails, I guess. Now how the hell did that happen? How did he win that fight, I wonder? Gotta attack him from behind or what? And if you win by getting a head-on collision with people... yeah. Don't think I want any part of what that guy's doing. I guess that's the one advantage to being really small, is maybe some of the bigger players don't even... You're not even a blip on their radar. You can click for a small speed boost, I guess. Oh, hi. That's a big ol' load of nope down there. Yeah, I think I'll just hang out on the periphery. Hey, what is that thing? Gimme. Seems like a lot of points. Don't worry, bud, I'm not gonna bug you. I thought about it for a second, but I'm not gonna bug you. I'm not one of those kinds of players. The smallest snake can kill the biggest snake. Okay. What are these big glowy ones here? Guess I'm just standard green. Everyone else has got all of these fancy colors. Is that something you unlock as you go? Well, what was that? Did he kill? Don't bump yourself? Right, because it's snake. That makes sense. Didn't really want to bug that guy. I ran into him by accident more so than anything else. And of course, you got the one guy in the server who has the troll name. Yeah, it's all coming back to me about how this works. Oh dear! I thought I got to an impressive size last time. Somebody left behind the remnants of another player back here. Or is that just proper manners that you... Oh. Sorry, buddy. Kinda came straight into my face there. So how does this work? How does combat, quote-unquote, function in this game? Nah, don't worry, you're fine. You have that, it's yours. I'm not even gonna go chasing after it. Apparently it's gonna come chasing after me, though. So is this like, the original game I was thinking of? In that if you don't eat enough stuff quickly enough at a certain size, you just keep growing smaller. Your hunger outpaces your ability to feed yourself. And at that point, you have to hunt other players if you want to keep going up the leaderboard. Go to the middle of the map. It's a ride over there. Now, I'm going to build up a little bit of size first. Especially because of things like that. I need to study. Well, then go do it, friend. You've, Ugh. Yeah, look at that guy. Not gonna run into the side of his body. Look, at a certain point, I've given you every possible advantage. So, you've got to trick them. I think I get it now. Have them run into your body. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking there. So, it's not that you gotta nip their tail or whatever. You've gotta sneak out in front of the other person. You've gotta basically trap them if you want to kill them. You've gotta run them into your side. So this is just multiplayer Snake. I'd say in HD, but I'm running this on low because I don't trust the performance ability of my computer here. Yeah, I see what you mean by it's a riot over there. Hang on a minute. That's not a snake. I see what you're doing back there. Can't fool me with those beady eyes. Oh. Now how did I win that confrontation? Hope you choke on those dots. I at least want to see my name on the top 10 once. I'll aim for that. I'll try to get myself at least as big as I was before, if not just a little larger. Oh, I see that snake right there. Jacksepticeye, is that you? Let me guess, he played the game at one point, got them a lot of free publicity, and it's like, yeah, we'll immortalize him in the game. I can imagine that's the kind of thing that would happen. Yeah, I'll take those dots, thank you. Trying to nip at my tail there. You can run into yourself as well. That's what I figured, because that's how the original game worked. I get this concept. It's nice and simple, and it's free. You can play it in your browser. It's fun. I'm just wondering how long I can keep this up and still provide meaningful commentary. Yeah, don't worry. What? Now, how was he able to do that? That was a perfect loop he just pulled. You lied to me. So I can run into myself, but that guy can't. It's always everyone else that seems to avoid the rules. Like anyone else I shoot at when I'm playing an FPS online, they can take multiple bullets, but me, nah, one hit I'm down. That's just how it goes. It's just I don't mind what's going on here. I'm doing okay for myself, it seems. Got a nice big trail going on. Add a whole lot of weight to my character here. Nice solid trail. A little sorry, man. Just kind of put yourself in that situation. Look. That's my response whenever I see a big player. It's just like, hang on, bro, let's talk about this. I'm not gonna bother you, so please don't bother me. It's all perspective, isn't it? Like the camera probably zooms out the farther you go. You can build a shield with your own body, I guess, is the best way of doing that. Alright, I see what this guy's doing. If you insist on fighting me, I will oblige. I will remove that problem from my immediate vicinity. It's one of those situations, it's like when the level 1 character thinks they can take on the boss. Live and let live, that's this snake's philosophy. And hope everybody can get that eventually. You get big enough, you can circle other players. Yeah, that's what I figured. Whoa! Ah, geez, sorry, man. Hell no! Walk away. Just walk away, was the guy at the top of the board there. Am I near the center? This is a bad idea. Aw, I feel bad for that guy. He was me a few minutes ago. That's what happened there. It's like, wait a second, how does combat work? Oh. Well, now I understand. How big is my character? I'm getting kind of large here. I really hope it isn't one of those situations where you deteriorate and or your size deteriorates after a while. I can just sit here eating normal colored dots, just being a snake. What brought up Scrappy Doo? What caused us to invoke this old hated character that nobody likes? Alright, well. So I can go over my own body. Do I only get one of those, or is it just gonna be a... Okay. You wanna play this game? Just keep feeding me power, man. I'm not gonna argue with all of the extra points if you're just gonna give them to me. Go outside, someone says. Sup, bro? Such worth. I've not seen such bravery. I mean, Arbok, we've all had that moment in an RPG, right? Where you take on a challenge that's vastly over your level. You're like, this was a bad idea. Oh boy, that's just a big old feeding frenzy. It's gonna be chaos trying to claim all of those dots, and you know, I think I'm fine over here. Got everything I need, just consuming what other people are dropping. Picking up the pieces here and there. Feel so bad for that guy caught between two of us. Yeah, it becomes infinitely harder to take down the really big players. Like the really high scorers when they get big enough. Oh, is that guy stuck? Is there no way out for him right now? No, I think he's still okay. But meanwhile, held myself to this nice little trail here. Have you played Agario? That's the name I was thinking of. That's the original, was Agario. That's the one everybody played back in the day. Like Markiplier played that. You had people like, again, Jacksepticeye. Everybody and their mother made videos about that, except me. I'm the only one that didn't make videos about that, but that's mostly because it felt like, I don't think there's anything I can really add to this conversation, so there's no point. Why do I keep getting delayed here and there. I keep having moments where my character slows down for a second. Is that just server lag, or is somebody nipping at my butt? Taking away my back segments? I have played Agario, and it is a lot like this. That's something I discovered about that game, though. It's the thing I keep saying that better not be a factor in this. It's just that after a while, the small dots don't do it anymore. If you want to keep bumping yourself up in points, making your character larger and larger, eventually you just have to fight other players, because it's the only thing that'll feed you quickly enough. I swear to God, if I see somebody on the leaderboard called Whatthefnu, I'm gonna be impressed and really disappointed at the same time. Ooh. Hi, friend. Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Oh boy. Whew. Yeah, that guy's got the same philosophy I do right now, I think. He just doesn't want to mess with anybody. He's like, nah, I'm good. I worked hard to get all of these points. I'm fine. It was the second most popular IO game? Evidently. Somebody just mentions it to me out of the blue. This is a satisfying loop, I'm not going to lie. Just waiting for that precious moment where you show up on the leaderboards. I've just eaten... If I take a pacifist route to this, if I manage to get that many points by... Oh, I wonder. Yeah, so I can... Har. So that guy's one of the leaders right now. Which, I'm simultaneously... You know, that's probably a running thing. Like, if you've got the skills to get to the top of the board there, first thing you're gonna do is abuse that kind of power. Yeah, I think your character just gets hungry as time goes on. You want to keep them big and strong, you gotta start picking fights. Either that or you gotta chase down all of these glowy dots. Playing chicken with other players near the center here. Ooh, kinda want some of that. Oh! I want him. Am I there? No, haven't seen my name yet. The leaders are staking their claim. Oh, got him! Am I there yet? I keep taking down big players here. Eventually, this has got to pay off, right? I'm gonna run into somebody who's gonna feed me enough points to where I'll be on top of the world here. Damn. Well, there goes all of that. You enjoy that. I needed a nap. Sup, Soniku? Welcome to the chat, man. What was the other game you were talking about? The slime one. That would be Slime Rancher. I think I might be able to actually eat some of my remains here. Haha, he got greedy. A bit player in a much larger game here at the moment. But if I consolidate my gains and get some power early... whoa. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm glad that didn't result in anything bad happening. What's up, Dark Lord? Oh, what is this lag right now? Just send me into a server that I couldn't... Oh, that face. I don't want to look at that face. I don't want to be near that player, because if I die to him, I'm going to feel really silly. Slime Rancher is a super cute... I know this is a really boring term, but it is a life simulation game. You are a rancher out in space. You've gone to a planet that is full of... Well, so much for that. You have gone to a planet that is full of these incredibly cute creatures, the slimes. And you are trying to build up pens, make money, raise them, make your farm much bigger and better than it used to be. Why am I heading towards the center of the map? This is a bad idea at my size. I mean, I can try to... Let's try that approach. I go towards the center and I start to feed off of anybody who's... Hey! Thanks for the host, randomly. I appreciate it, man. Oh, goodness. Hey, come on now. Well, that wasn't nice at all. I guess that's why you don't go to the center, because people, if somebody's vindictive, they'll just do that. You know, I got that kill. You had nothing to do with that. That guy ran into me. I need to build up enough dots on the outside so that I can enforce my live and let live policy. I have enough base momentum that won't happen anymore. I've been doing alright, actually. I finally implemented stream elements, so a lot of my... I've updated a whole lot of my things. It's all consolidated into a place. We've got a bunch of subscribers now. We passed our follower goal. Yeah, I've been doing pretty good. Streams have been awesome, and life in general has been lining up just the way I want it to, really. Finances are good. I'm solving a lot of those wonderful problems us adults like to have. I'm just about where I want to be. All I have to do is finish this audiobook that I'm working on right now, which I probably should have worked more on today than I did. I'm not going to lie. All I gotta do is finish that up and I'll be set. I've got my whole week of streams planned out coming up. Things are moving right along. And I'm due a paycheck from Twitch soon because of all of the wonderful support everybody's given me. So big thank you to everybody who's in the chat currently and everybody who's helped me work up to this point. Oh, and not to mention my birthday's coming up here soon, which would be August 11th. So that is a day that I usually stream. And it is a day I will be playing something really special. Not gonna tell you guys what it is yet, but... Wait a second, I know that logo. Is that Smosh? No, that's PewDiePie. That's the PewDiePie symbol, the bro fist. I recognize it now. Well, I guess I should have hopped onto this early. Maybe one of these guys would be wearing a pizza. We too can have our brand plastered on absolutely everything out there. Yeah, well, fuck you too, buddy. I wasn't even trying to fight you, just so you know. I was trying to avoid that conflict. You took it as a hostile maneuver. Why else would I slow down in the middle of it? If I was trying to kill you, I would have cut a quick right and your game would have been over. Hope you have a great birthday. Hey, you too. Sorry, that's just my default response to, like, hope you have a good day. Just general greetings like that. Well, if your birthday is soon, yes, you also have a great birthday. Shaquille is so entertained right now. I'm glad you are, buddy. You are the one who suggested this, so I'm glad your idea worked out. Where are we headed right now on the map? I see a lot of danger. Fortunately, it's kind of off doing its own thing. Ah, come on! This is BS. These guys have played this game before. It's not fair. I was even on the defensive there, too. You saw that. Just trapped in by a much bigger player. And then that little opportunist over there, he's like, aha. Just imagine any voice clip from the Butcher in the original Diablo for that moment. Fresh meat. Question, how can pizza be boneless? Are you ordering from Pizza Hut right now? In which case, maybe there's a glitch in the website. It's like it's trying to offer you wings or something. Or maybe it's not typed up the best way. It's trying to refer to the whole meal, but it's accidentally implying that the pizza is boneless. Or maybe it's referring to boneless chicken, which is on the pizza, which in most cases you'd think would go without saying, but... Yeah, let's take a quick detour away from that guy, because he's not willing to let me go. Either defeat the more combative players or just move on. Because I don't want any of that. That's the Play Store logo, which means that guy's probably playing on his phone. Got people waving their flags around. Going fast costs you some size. Ah, maybe that explains why I wasn't really gaining a little earlier. That's the trade-off mechanic, because all of these games have a mechanic like that. In Agar.io, it was those little shields you could hide under if you were small enough, but if you're big enough, it just splits you into a whole bunch of pieces if you accidentally float over one of them. Not to mention you moved a lot slower the bigger you got, which is actually one of the things I really didn't like about Agar.io. Was the fact that being big gave you size, yes, but you moved so much slower than before. It didn't make it feel good to get to a titanic size, because you couldn't really chase anybody down anymore. There's a certain point you get to in that game where it's just not fun to stay on top of the leaderboard. Here's Johnny, they say. Come here. Gotcha. I wonder if those glowing dots are just a whole lot of size and score. I wish I could see my own score, even if I wasn't on the... Your rank, 159 of 463. That many people in the server right now? Interesting. No, just gonna turn right around, thanks. You want those points, you can have them. They're all yours, buddy. So let's see this. Yeah, let's do some experimentation here. $5.20. 21. I don't think it deteriorates. At least not at this size. Let's keep building up our length. Keep building our rapport, our portfolio. Getting things together over here. So yeah, going faster does deplete my score. Does anything else do it? I'm thinking once we get close to maybe top 50, then I'll start picking fights in the center of the board, you know? Then we'll have enough... We'll have enough of a stage presence, if you will, to make things happen, to be a mover and a shaker out there. You also never have to kill other snakes to keep growing. Dots suffice, but avoiding conflict is pretty much impossible. I'm gonna try. I'm just that kind of person. Dude, if I could get #1 on the leaderboard just by doing a 100% pacifist run of slither.io, that would be kind of awesome. I wonder where a lot of these trails come from. If those are just remnants of other players that have stopped growing in length, or... Nice try, buddy. Had enough of that nonsense. Thought you could take down the Titan, huh? I'm in the top 100 now, thanks to all the dots you gave me. I'll take those points, thanks. Back off. I earned those. They're mine. It's just constant, isn't it? It's just a total back and forth. I see what you're saying here. Oh, no, you don't. I should reiterate what I said before. Not a pacifist run, well, pacifist in Dove sense. Dove pacifist, like... You've heard of that Marvel character, right? The guy who will only fight people who challenge him first. Wait, he just passed over my tail! How the hell did he do that? That shouldn't be possible. Buddy, look. Sweetheart. Baby. Alright. Oh, for crying out loud. Dang. Welcome back, man. Trails come from other players speeding up. Speeding up leaves a trail of dots. Non-hostility run. Yeah, that's what I'm going for here. Well, now that I know what all the mechanics are. 3041, we were doing all right there. We were in, like, top 50 or so? Remind me, is that the German flag that guy's sporting? The red, yellow, and black. Maybe I can use this guy for protection if I'm careful enough. Ride on his coattails, pretty much. Gotcha. Did he just bounce off of me? Like I'm so small I don't even phase him? Is that what just happened? It's a rat race here at the bottom. In the 200 portion, people just start fighting. It started me near the center, too. You have that. Somebody's already claimed those dots. This is a nice looking trail right here, though. So this is just constant generation. Some dots will form on their own, but others will be just made by the players. And by the natural flow of the game, the map will fill itself up with more points to collect. It's a self-fulfilling economy, pretty much. And that's why you lose points while you're doing the dashes, because you drop them behind you. Ah! Clever. Context sensitive. That's another thing, like, I feel like I say too much. I've at least said it a lot before. I'll help myself to those, thank you. Thank you for speeding in this zone. It's also interesting following those trails because inevitably it means you'll come across another player. I wonder what the psychology behind this game is. You gotta wonder sometimes, like, how does this affect how players approach the game? Like, what are the different types you'll meet out there? I took a study course on this once, like all the different types of gamers that exist out there in the world. There are... What are the 4 types? There are obviously subtypes and categories if you're getting really specific, but there's 4 major ones. There are killers, explorers, socializers, and there's one more. The achievers, I think, the completionists of the world. The people who try to get 100% in everything. Explorers are people who want to find things. Achievers are people who... Finding everything is one part of it, yes, but more so they want to do everything that's there to do when they get there, on top of that. So I wonder what type of slither.io players there are. There are the killers, obviously, but then maybe there are the socializers. The people are just like, okay, it's a fun little gameplay loop, just eating dots. I can do that for a while and feel pretty good about myself. I'm pretty sure I fall into the achiever category. Like, I just want to see my name in the top 10 once. And I figure the most sociable way to go about it is to not pick fights with other people and cause problems for them. Just try to stay out of everybody's way. Just sit here on the Outlands, munching down on these. Well, not necessarily the Outlands. Some of the killer players might get a little creative with this. Wait a second. This feels like a trap. That felt oddly like I was being... Like that episode of Family Guy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. I can eat my own dots that I leave behind. You might actually find more killers on the outside. Because they know that's where all the weaklings are. Because they don't want to be in the center. That's easy death. Well, looks like whoever left that trail is long gone. It's so easy, too. Because they just keep eating them because we're wired as human beings to follow patterns. It's devious. Either that or somebody just had a major duel here. Because I also see that yellow trail that somebody left behind. Find a lot of small snakes following the larger ones, hoping to kill it. Yeah, I've had a few players try to do that with me when I had my top 50 run there. They were trying to sneak ahead of me, looking for a big, easy way to climb up the leaderboard. You just attract attention to yourself. Once you pass a certain threshold, everybody's just gonna start gunning for you. It's sort of like when you're a YouTuber. It's like, what's the point where you become too popular to want to support anymore? Where it feels like this person has lost their way and they're doing things that you didn't necessarily subscribe to them for anymore. Like, what's the magical moment where you stop being the person people used to think you were? I don't know. I'm just trying to do my best over here. Hopefully I haven't passed already, jeez. That would be an unfortunate twist to this tale. Are the glowing dots worth it, I wonder? Like, how many points do they actually give you compared to how much you lose by chasing after them? Okay, that's a pretty good number of them. Yeah, this is what I've been taught about other players. If I see one of equivalent size, if I immediately turn off and go down another direction, they will get the message and be like, okay, this guy doesn't want to fight. He's got no intentions of taking away the points I've got. That's the basic language going on here. David versus Goliath. Also, welcome to the chat, JP Richard. How are you doing tonight, man? Another friend of yours, Jaquel? I'm glad you brought all of your friends here tonight. I appreciate it. I probably should have made another Twitter post saying that I've changed games here. I see Slow Beef doing that all the time. It's all about that networking, right? And hey, I only stream during one time of the night anyway, so people expect that they're going to get notifications about that kind of thing at that time of night. I see you. I see what you're... Ah! That's not what I want to do. Okay, buddy. Duh! Well, fine. You can go do that fight. Maybe people didn't want to see the Yonoid 2 stream. Some people showed up. We broke double digits a few times there. I tried running away and I slammed face first into another big fish. That's just how it goes, man. That's what keeps you playing, though, is the crazy thing about this. It's what keeps you engaged in what's going on in the game. It's that constant nagging feeling of, okay, one more try. Ah, I got eaten. Okay. I know what I'm going to learn from my last strategy. I'm going to learn from my last playthrough, and I'm going to start doing even bigger and better things this time. Let's follow this guy. He's been dashing here, so I can just eat what he's left behind. Those are easy points. Like, you could just follow behind one of the bigger players and just start eating all of his stuff. You know? This might not be a bad strategy, because he's got to dash eventually. Plus, you know, everybody tends to get out of the way of the bigger dudes. Whoop. I'll have those points that I left behind, thanks. Oh no, server! Look, the only place I can find points is where you're at right now. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm not specifically gunning for you. You go off in another direction and I'll keep doing what I was doing over here, okay? We can all live in peace and harmony if we try. This is another one of those games. If it seems like I'm not reading chat, then please don't blame me. I'm doing my best here, like I'm sneaking peeks every now and then. I don't think so, buddy. I've been in that kind of trap before. Not gonna let you do it to me again. That was a really bad time for the game to start to lag, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm sorry, Jacal. I'm doing my best over here. Playing Breath of the Wild Master Quest. Oh god, why? Yeah, I've heard hard mode in Breath of the Wild is pretty brutal. Not nearly as brutal as the survival mode in something like Fallout 4, but... oh, come on. Y'all saw that, right? Something weird happened there. Oh, you didn't see it? Well, good, because I didn't either. The game just jumped forward and suddenly I was dead. And I don't have the perfect internet connection, but... I set it down to low quality graphics. We should be okay here. And again, my rig has been in need of an upgrade for a long-ass time. I have a financial plan, and the top-line gaming PC isn't coming for a while. Like, that's after I've already got enough money in the bank. I'm making enough money every month to be like, alright, I'm making enough money every month to have $200 just for games, to cover, like, brand new titles here on the streams, do reviews on the YouTube channel, something like that. And also $100 in savings every month. You know, just so I have a little nest egg to fall back on. When oh. Well, I didn't mean for any of that to happen just now. I'll just form a protective barrier around all of these points that I got and eat them at my leisure. Sounds like a plan to me. Don't touch. Considering you're number 10 on the leaderboards right now, yeah, I'll follow that advice. Here we go, 75. And we need to more than double this based on that previous run that I had in order to hit the top 50. Where are we right now? You know, I don't try to do that, but everybody just keeps pushing my buttons about this. So you think you're the big fish in the pond, huh? Think you're playing that Feeding Frenzy game from years ago, huh? Does this look like an old Windows computer to you? Oh, it can go through my body too. Never mind. I thought I had cornered that glowing dot. It's like, yeah, free points. Whoa. Snake King. Don't you mean Sneak King? That's a game I'm gonna have to play someday, isn't it? All of the Burger King games. Maybe I'll do that for my birthday. Something about being a gigantic player just makes everybody really aggressive. I got paid? Jaquel, thanks for the bits, man. I apologize in advance. 2,000 points. Rank 54 on the server. Let's keep it up. Keep it up. As long as we don't die, we'll be fine. This is the big stipulation of the progress we're making right now. I have to be ready to double back at any moment. Just keep circling back on my own body here. Alright, yeah. You keep walking. I'll just enjoy my dots over here. Okay, there's a new sheriff in town, and he demands we're not gonna fight each other. I got paid again? Oh, Lee! I forgot that they did that. Thanks for the birthday bits, man. Aw. Yeah, I wasn't even gonna bring it up until I got paid again? Man, all of the surprises. Zangief is just slack-jawed at this point. I mean, considering how that character works in that movie, he is odd, because he literally can't even right now. Get it? Do you get it? It's a math joke! Anyway. The Noid can make puns, why can't I? Someday we will all be equal on this earth. Until then, I'm gonna give you a kiss, Muffin.
You got paid?
I got paid? Riddler Man! Welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for coming tonight. Aw, 5 birthday pits. It's not even my birthday yet. You guys are 5 days early to this celebration. Aw, thanks. I'm gonna have to do something really special on that day. I mean, I already have an idea. It's a lot of things I like, all mixed together into one big thing. It's the perfect storm of... It's the perfect combination of different little things coming together. I'm being purposely vague here, but it's a lot of my personal interests. I'll give you a hint. Mods may or may not be involved with this. 2,502. Hanging on 53. Somebody's getting in fights, otherwise I wouldn't be climbing up the ladder like this. Oh, somebody just crashed into my tail here. I'll take that, thanks. I should probably... Because you're so big, you don't even notice what's happening to the rest of your body here. I should probably just create a barrier for my head. If I get long enough, I can just go in circles. I can create a perpetual feeding chamber for myself. You know? Eat all of the safe dots. Make one big ol' circle. A place where I know nobody's at right now. What you got? Huh? You want to pick a fight? That's what I thought. Piss off. Alright, this guy's not gonna leave me alone, is he? You got one more chance, dude. You and I are going in exact opposite directions. If I have to solve this problem, I will. There's such a thing as taking the hint. No means no. I don't care what you say. I didn't give you permission for this. And again, somebody just ran into my tail there. Oh, top 50 again. Rank 43. We're getting there. Oh, we are getting there. I just stay away from conflict. And stay away from the summoner while you're at it. OP strats. Hey man, whatever works, right? And you can't say I'm going back on my strategy either. Like I said, I'm keeping away from other people. I'm not picking a fight. I'm just finding the strategy that causes... I'm getting fed. I'm going up in the leaderboards, and I'm not interfering with anybody else's game either. Everybody wins. Everybody's happy. God, I remember what it was like being that size. Like, you can't even really maneuver around the big guys. Like, they just move so quickly compared to what you're at. If you decide to change gears and try to get in front of them, I can just use myself as a shield here. See this big old group of dots, circle around it and create a wall between me and any potential attackers. Just play super carefully. Because every step forward at this point is a risk. Every time I move forward, I am potentially encountering another player who may or may not have an interest in taking me down. Who may or may not be one of those killers we were talking about earlier. God, my cup runneth over right now, I bet. I haven't even checked my bits cup here. But it's got to be packed. Jeez, I feel the need to say it again. Thank you all so much for that. It's still a shock. And I'm glad it is whenever people decide I'm worth a little bit of money for any reason, regardless of if it's a special occasion or not. Look at this. I've barely gotten into fights. People have just kind of run into my body, and I'm number 38 on the leaderboards. Oh, we're about to break 4,000 here. I think that would be a new record for me. Yeah, stay close to my own body. Let's snake up the map, if you will. Always have a path to retreat back to. I think that's the best way to go about this. Because if anybody decides to come after me, I can just loop back around because I've got walls of my own body between me and them. I can just cross back over that again and be okay. Nope. Uh-uh. Walls are closing in on me. And them too, they better be careful. I mean, I need food is the thing. I need points just as much as these guys do. That one's a little opportunist. He's just waiting for me to stop being careful, is what he's doing. Gonna try to sneak in front of me. That's what he's up to. Ah, I see now. Looks like another duel went down over here. Oh, we are so close. Let's go back over my tail again. I saw a lot of people following me back there. Did anybody happen to run into my back? Oh, that guy did. I tried to avoid him too, was the other part of that. And that guy. Well, I mean, I didn't mean for that to happen. Nope. You've had enough. Had enough of me, anyway. Go find someone else. This is my strategy. Just play conservatively. I don't have to kill players to do well. I don't have to pick fights with people. I'll just travel up the length of your body, buddy. I'll take all that, thank you. By the time you catch up to me, that guy's getting the hell out of Dodge. I don't blame him either. Are we about to pass 5,000? Oh, come on. I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not reading chat here. You can never tell if they're using you for protection or they're trying to sneak ahead of you. They're burning a lot of points trying to keep up with me, though, is the other thing. Probably gonna stay away from the center if I'm being honest with you guys. This sort of mid to out area that I've been hanging around this whole game is working out for me quite nicely. All I have to do is break like 12,000 points. If I do that, I'll be fine. I'm at this point just playing Ruby songs, red, white, black, yellow, I think it is. I need to watch those one of these days. There are a lot of online series I need to catch up on. At least I've seen all of the episodes of Bloody Bunny by now. That I'm happy I caught. And of course, I sent it to Drawman because I knew it's one of those things he would really love, and turns out I was right because he already knew what it was. So if this is what my character looks like, if this is what 5,000 points gets you, what do the top 10 players look like? What's their size? I want to see that shit. Where are you hiding? Look at this. There was a duel that happened here. People chasing around one another. Little bit of a confrontation. Don't want none of what you got. I'll just take these neutral dots hanging out on the edge. It's probably boring as sin to watch me do this. See ya, suckers. But that's just it. I'm winning. That's the crazy part about this. I'm almost to top 25 right now. Top 26. Okay, I am on top of things just by not picking fights with people and slowly eating points. Just slowly building up my reserves and being super defensive about them. Avoiding conflict. I'm just this sleeping giant on the outside of the circle. And some people know about me. Some people know what I'm doing. Hopefully none of them are in the chat right now and are trying to stream snipe me. Even if you were, it's my own fault for not turning on delay in a multiplayer game, but then again, this isn't one of those things where you can really... This isn't PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. You can't, like, server scum until you find me. Even then, how would you know I'm in the room? I'm not on the leaderboard yet. And as soon as I get there, I'm pretty much going to call it quits. Gonna find some little snake and just run straight into his tail and be like, "Here, my son. Continue on my legacy." And then we'll swap over to Slime Rancher. Oh, that guy. Ooh. Alright. ourselves a little wall here between me and the others. You know, if I have to lock you in, I will. I'm never going to lock him. I'm never going to trap him completely. Just put the fear of God in him. Be like, this isn't a fight you can win, buddy. Know to choose your battles. Specifically not this one. Don't do this. I'm telling you, you don't want to do this. I see you. I know what you're doing. You want to play this game? I got that glowing dot without even trying. Is that just how big my character is right now? Is that how much speed I've earned from all of these points that I've accumulated over the course of this playthrough? I've been invested... Like, I've been playing this for so long at this point. I've been in control of this one character. It's like when you're in a really good run in something like Realm of the Mad God. You know it could all come screeching to a halt at any time, and you've got so much personal investment in seeing this run through to its conclusion. The more aggressive players will come and go, but me? I'm sticking around. Alright. This dude has been following me forever. I think it's time you learned a little bit of a lesson. He was never going to leave. That guy just did not take the hint. It's like, alright, buddy, you're gonna keep harassing me and harassing me. I'm gonna call the cops and get a restraining order put on you eventually. That's a little lesson in psychology for you. What the hell just happened there? Ah, damn leg! That's how I've died like 3 times now. Just out of nowhere, my character stops moving, and all of a sudden, pfft, I'm dots. Karma happened? Karma nothing. I gave that guy plenty of opportunities. Okay? Don't you give me, of all people, lectures on karma, Riddler man. Alright? Your child runs into the road once. You bring them back and explain to them calmly that they shouldn't do that. Because cars are running by and they might not see them. They do it a second time, you drag them back again, maybe give them a little sterner talking to. It's like, what did I not communicate last time? Eventually, you gotta swat the kid on the ass and say, don't do that, it'll kill you. I can't fix stupid. What do you want from me? Alright, you know, it's 9:30 and we've been streaming this for about an hour now. I think it's time to swap over to Slime Rancher. What do you guys say?